Everyone knows somebody who should watch Kitchen Independence with David Doc Robertson, Saturday mornings at 10:30 on KPSE My TV. Let's eat. Hi, welcome to Kitchen Independence. This is a show about eating and about cooking, but it's mostly about eating. So, I'm going to go over some of the things that I've had to learn on my own over many, many years of being in a wheelchair. And it's not just for people in a wheelchair. Anybody could actually learn from this show. Alright, so today I'm going to make something. I'm going to start off with the toast here. I'm going to make a breakfast that I usually prepare maybe 3 or 4 times a week. I'm going to have scrambled eggs, I'm going to have sausages, toast, and the scrambled eggs will be Ranchero style. I'm going to put onions, bell pepper, and cheese with that. You didn't see that. This is my little coffee or sugar holder. And sometimes things are going to go wrong when you're cooking. And you just have to endure and get through it, all right? Now, I usually start off with coffee, okay? And you see here that, let me move this paper towel out of the way. You see here that I keep my coffee in this plastic bag. And there are a few reasons for this. For one thing, I don't like to spill it when I'm getting it out of here, okay? Now, if I wasn't disabled like this, I could just use a spoon and spoon it into my little coffee holder and just put it in the machine. But because I have to do things, and I'm not telling you that you should do it my way. Every person is going to be different, and so this is just the way that I learned for me. Okay, so I just put the coffee holder in here and make sure that there's nothing on the hinge so it will close right. Another thing that I can tell is if I have enough coffee in the cup. Gotta make sure I have that. Now, coffee is not something I have every day. I didn't have it yesterday. The coffee wasn't feeling too good because it got mugged. Make sure it's closed. And put it right in the coffee machine. Okay, right in there. Okay. Then I just seal that up. I like these bags with the zippers on them. They're real easy to close. And now I'm going to put the water in the coffee maker. You can see that I use a healthy cup. I don't fool around. Like I said, I don't drink that much coffee. And now it's ready to go. I'm not going to start it just yet. Because I have this pet peeve that I like to have everything done at the same time. All right, so next I'm going to dice up the onion and the bell pepper. Okay. Now, in order to dice things, I use this frying pan. And the reason I do that is because it's handy. I don't use a very sharp knife, and things don't move around too much when I am cutting. So I have these utensils that I use. There we go. Second time was a charm right there. Okay, so I use onion and bell pepper. Some people put tomatoes in there. I've tried it with tomatoes a few times. I will try it today. But the tomatoes were kind of red after they saw the salad dressing. Okay, so I'm going to I start with the little edge, the little tip, and I put that right in here. Because if I try to start with it flat, it's more difficult to get in. So I start with the edge and then push down, come around the other side, and I go right through. Okay, put that right there. Here we go. Turn that over like so. For some people, this might seem tedious. But hey, what are you gonna do? Not eat? All right, so now, here we go with the bell pepper. And like I said, for some people this is tedious, but I like to get it done. All right. We're almost done here with the bell pepper. I got this at one of those dollar stores, and it turned out that it works really good as far as cutting is concerned, at least for me. I don't have to worry about cutting off one of my fingers. But with things like hot dogs, and because I can't feel in my fingers, I do have to worry about sometimes biting one of them off. Okay, that's enough right there. So we have bell pepper, onion, the coffee is just about ready, and right after we come back from this break, we're going to add butter to this and then get stuff started right on the stove. We'll be right back. Get the story behind the wheelchair. Experience the trauma of shattered dreams and a poetic boxing match that ended faster than a flash of lightning. I Tried to Box with God, the memoirs of David Doc Robertson. Get yours today on Amazon.com. Welcome back. All right, now I put the butter in. I put about a, as you can see, right here. I put about a tablespoon of butter in, and I'm going to put this on a medium fire and saute it right on the stove here. Okay, now you notice that I have something in my lap. That's for two reasons. What I have is a work pillow. I don't know if you can see that. I have a work pillow and a towel. I have the work pillow to keep things flat and to protect me from being burned, and I have the towel to keep things from slipping around on the work pillow. So I'm going to just set this right here on the stove. Okay, there we go. Now, you may notice, and I keep hitting my on and off switch, sorry about that. You may notice that I have that flat dish in the back of the pan. Now that's to keep it from moving around while I'm cooking. Okay, now over here, 4 link sausages. Okay. Why do I have 4? I'm a pig. I don't care. I admit it. All right. I'm going to start that on almost the lowest fire. Okay. I'm going to start this on about the same. Okay. Because you don't want things to burn. All right. Now I'm going to start the coffee machine. Okay. All you got to do is push this button. You can see that this machine is quite accessible. I have this paper towel under here because sometimes it drips, and I have the paper towel to catch it. I also use a very healthy cup of coffee. All right, push that down and push that, and we got red and we're cooking. All right. Like I said, we don't want this to burn. Okay. So we're going to come over here, move this around, and now that we have it melted, we're going to put it on a low fire. Move everything around. There we go. Now, where was I? Oh, the cheese. I'm going to put this cheese right here. Normally I just pour it out of the bag, but for this show I'm trying to be fancy and it's not working out, but that's okay. Here we go. Whoa. It's a little bit more than I thought. That's about 1/3 of a cup. Alright, here we go. Let's just move this around. Yeah, it is a lot more than I thought. That's okay. I like my eggs a little cheesy. Yeah. Okay, now let's come back over here. Back on things. And what you want to do is you want to get just the edges a little brown, and I think they're a little brown right now, so I'm going to turn that off. And once I turn these over, okay, and I put those on a low fire, and by the time that everything is done, they'll be ready. Okay, so now I'm going to get my coffee, bring it over here. Okay. Let's see, what goes first? I'm going to get a little bit of creamer. Bring that over here. I use creamer instead of milk. I used to put milk in my coffee, but then I found out that milk was a serial killer. Alright, so I'm going to put that in here. Alright. Okay, that should be enough. Now I'm going to add my sugar. I bet you thought I was just going to start pouring that in there. Nope. Not this time. I get my spoon. You know, I have my favorite spoon. I have my favorite pans. I use that one for frying chicken and stuff. I use this spoon for eating cereal and doing sugar. Hopefully I won't spill any. Here we go. I have to give you one word of advice. Don't put sugar anywhere with the toaster on, because that can make a big mess if it pops up and you're in the middle of putting your sugar in. Okay, so let's move that out the way. Okay, now, oh boy, that's going to be good. This is how I stir it, because this gives me something really nice to hold on to. All right, now I'm going to set that aside. Let it breathe. Okay. Now I let that pan cool off. I lit the pan with the sauteed bell peppers and onions. I let that cool off, and you're going to see why right now. Okay? So I move this over here, and then right down in my lap, just like that. Okay, so I usually have 3 eggs. Sometimes I have 4. Says I don't eat this every day. And okay. Now this dish that I have the eggs in, I got it from one of those frozen dinners, and these things come in really handy. I bake in them, I do other things. Okay, so I like to keep the eggs together. Sometimes they tell jokes and crack each other up. Okay, you got that one, right? Okay, now this is how I crack my eggs. All right? You're going to be shell-shocked. That's it. All right? That's 1. There, that's 2. Uh-oh, that one didn't break. So I had to help it out a little bit. All I do is crack that. Just pick that up like that, and it comes out just fine. Okay, do it with this one, and that one comes out just fine too. All right, let's see if I can go 3 in a row. And yep, okay, so now I just stir these up. Some people put salt and pepper in their eggs while they're cooking. Now, I wait until after to put the seasoning on, because salt can change the texture of your eggs, and I really don't like pepper that much.
They knew they were acting on an impulse, but what is life without adventure? Though how would they measure success? 1 year or 2? Or maybe they would look at one another 60 years from that moment and tell each other that they did it. That's what they wanted, and pledged in their hearts to work for it every day. Read about these two and their passionate dedication in David Doc Robertson's Body and Soul. Get yours today in paperback or the ebook format on Amazon.com. That's Body and Soul. Get yours today.
Okay, now this is the main reason why I let this pan cool off. All right, so if I don't. All right, I did not burn my lips. That was just acting. Okay, now I put this on. Okay, get that going on a medium fire, and move these around, turn them over. By the way, you might notice that I have aluminum foil on this skillet, and the reason for that is simple. I don't like doing dishes. So when this is done, I just take the foil out and throw it away. Okay, you can see that this is coming out. The thing is right now is to constantly stir. Now you see why that pan in the back is important. And these are just about done. Okay, so I turn this fire off and move this right here to my lap and down over here. That fire is off. Safety comes first, so that's why I make sure the fire is off. All right, so let's dish these up. Here we go. I'm trying to make sure we don't spill any. Put it right there on top of that cheese. Okay. Get that off of there. Okay, and these look like they are ready to go. You can see that they're nice and brown. All right. And make sure that this is off. You may notice in the background right behind me, I have this fire extinguisher, and I can use it just in case something goes wrong. Remember, safety is always first. Okay. That's one. Uh-oh. 2, 3, and 4. There you go. All right. Okay. Start with the salt. Not too much. Just enough for a little flavor. Get rid of that. And I'm going to start the toaster. Okay. And now for the hot sauce. Okay. Whoa. It's ready to come out. There we go. That looks good. Here we go. Perfect. If I do say so myself. And these, wow. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me eat. This is really good. Just in time. Now, notice that I'm just sticking the fork into the bread, lifting it out like that, and it lands nice on my plate. Let's take a bite. No butter or anything. With the sausages and the egg, you don't really need anything on here. Boy. I reached my goal. Everything is hot at the same time. Thanks for watching Kitchen Independence. We'll see you next time.